Hey guys, thanks for clicking on this video. My name is Mason and I've been learning Spanish for just over a year now. I just hit my 1 year anniversary of learning Spanish, and I'm very excited to talk to you guys about how the Dreaming Spanish method / comprehensible input has helped my Spanish learning in so many ways. But anyways, I'm making this video instead of a post on Reddit because this is just easier for me to ramble, and I don't have to, it's just easier for me to put my, everything I'm thinking into one place instead of typing it all out, and that would take a long time for me. So thank you guys for watching this video. This video is for people that are like me that prefer videos over Reddit posts. So basically I started out doing Dreaming Spanish probably 6 months in to my Spanish learning journey. And I made a video on that. It's on my channel. You can check it out. Talking about if the Dreaming Spanish, method works. It talked about my background and stuff. But for about 6 months, I was only doing like grammar. I was doing flashcards, like I was doing Anki decks, and just stuff like that, where it was like more drilling, more your traditional method of studying. But I did do comprehensible input, but I just didn't know about that that method or that concept yet. I just thought like I need to be listening to stuff that I understand. Like it was just like I kind of just intuited that, and I heard from other people that like you need to just watch kids shows. So that's what I did. So I had a little bit of comprehensible input before I even found Dreaming Spanish, but I realized 6 months into my Spanish learning journey that I could speak to somebody pretty well. Like I knew how to, I had a lot of vocab in my mind, and it was slow, but I could communicate with somebody. But the problem was I couldn't understand what they responded to me in. Like they had to speak really, really slow for me to understand. And that's not natural. If you want to have meaningful relationships with people in Spanish or any language, there can't be that barrier of like really slow, dumbed down speech. And so I was like, I need to focus more on listening comprehension. So then I did some research and I found Dreaming Spanish. And so I just started doing it. And it was funny because when I first started doing Dreaming Spanish, it felt like my listening comprehension in real world scenarios kind of regressed. Like I got worse at understanding real life. But then the more I watched, it kind of caught back up. And I think what it was it was draining me faster. Like by the time I was using real world stuff, I'd spent all my energy on comprehensible input that like I was just kind of slower. Like when I've noticed, I don't know if this is for you, how it is for you, but like if you watch Dreaming Spanish or anything comprehensible input in the morning, you understand it way more than in the evening when you're tired and you might have already done some other stuff in the day that drains that energy. So I was doing Dreaming Spanish in the morning. I was listening to podcasts on the way to work, and then I would get to work where I speak Spanish and talk with people in Spanish, and like it was like way harder to understand them than it was before. By the way, tracking hours, I'm really bad about it. So I don't really know where I'm at on the roadmap. On Dreaming Spanish on the website, I'm at like 530 hours or something like that. But in all, like I'm actually probably closer to like 620, 630 maybe. I'm terrible at tracking hours because I spend most of my comprehensible input outside of the platform. So like podcasts, YouTube, real world talking. I probably do about 4 hours a day of comprehensible input between everything. But I only track like 30 minutes a day. So yeah, it's kind of skewed. I don't know exactly where I'm at on the roadmap, but anyways, so I came into Dreaming Spanish with roughly 300 hours. that I converted from I just estimated from my real life hours. And then I kind of looked at the roadmap to see like what I could do. And I was like, okay, I'm probably in this section of the roadmap, this level. So I'm somewhere between a level 4 and level 5. Probably more on the level 5 side. So I can do everything that the roadmap does. So now that I've done Dreaming Spanish for 6 months or so, I can say that it has changed everything. Like, I can actually have conversations now. And because I had a little bit of experience beforehand with speaking, I was speaking pretty well, not as good as I am now, granted, but I had a little bit more understanding of the concepts of Spanish, which you can go watch my other video, I explain all of that. Because I had a little bit of history with Spanish, I think once I started Dreaming Spanish, it just kind of like accelerated it. And everything I did was I tried to do in Spanish. So I listened to Spanish music, listened to Spanish podcasts, watched Spanish videos, read my Bible in Spanish, been writing in Spanish, just to get as much Spanish practice as possible. And I guess in the future, what I plan on doing is just keep doing that, and do a lot more. I'm going to start incorporating more other techniques. So like I've been, in the evening, I'll also like try and write these stories in Spanish, just like basic conversations. So like, for instance, this is the one I did the other night. It's called Práctico. And it says, es importante que practico, dijo Clara a Tomás. Tengo que aprender cómo tocar la guitarra antes el cumpleaños de María. ¿Por qué? Dijo Tomás a Clara. And so like, I'm not even sure if like the grammar's right on that. But the point of this, in hopes, is to practice constructing sentences. So because I have started speaking, I've spoken from the beginning, I'm not a Dreaming Spanish purist, I incorporate other methods. So one thing that I've struggled with is like tense, and just like, especially tense when it comes to like reflexive verbs. So like stuff like me gusta or me dijo or stuff like that. But I tended to say like me dije, which is like I said to myself, which is not usually what I'm trying to say. They or he or she said to me. So writing it out, I'm hoping will help cement those reflexive verbs and cement those sentence structure concepts in my speech. So that's just one thing I've been doing. I might make a video on that later. Like I said, this video is way easier to make than to like put all my thoughts into like a discussion post, or not discussion post, just like a post on Reddit. So this is a lot of me rambling, but this is just for fun and for anybody that cares to listen about my experience. I'm gonna try and close it up soon. I don't even know how long it is right now. It's been, but so that's the future of what I'm gonna be doing. Is just to keep doing more input and start incorporating other methods. Start reading more, and yeah, that's basically it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sure it's been kind of boring, but thank you for making it to the end. If you did, and you want to stay up to date on my journey, so that you can learn about the process and see how well the Dreaming Spanish / Comprehensible Input method works, subscribe so you can stay up to date. And then also, I was gonna say that I'm probably gonna start a new language soon through Comprehensible Input, and I haven't decided yet between French, German, or Russian. I know the only reason why I'm considering French is because they're starting to come out with Dreaming French, and so I know that the Dreaming Spanish method works, so I want to stay faithful, I guess, to Pablo and his movement that he has going on. So I might do French next, but probably not. I'll probably do German or Russian, but I plan on doing it through Comprehensible Input. Anyways, if you guys are interested in seeing how I juggle Spanish and a second and a third language, also consider subscribing. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.